There's something comforting about the end of the day, the quiet, the stillness, the gentle routine of preparing for rest. But what if some of the things we do before bed, things that feel normal or harmless, are quietly working against our health? For those of us over 70, the body becomes more sensitive, more responsive, and yes, more vulnerable to small habits that once didn't seem to matter. That's why it's so important to take a closer look at what we do before we sleep. In today's video, we'll explore bambush. 4 common bedtime habits that may increase your risk of serious health issues, including heart strain, poor circulation, interrupted sleep, and even sudden nighttime emergencies. These aren't meant to scare you, but to empower you with knowledge so you can rest easier and wake up stronger. Because at Senior Wellness, we believe every good day begins with a good night's sleep. When you sleep better, your body heals, your heart rests, and your mind resets. And that gives you the strength to keep living with independence and grace. If this message feels meaningful to you, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment. Sharing your thoughts or bedtime routine. Your experience might inspire someone else on their journey to better health. Let's begin so you can sleep not just longer, but wiser. 1. Why eating too much or too late at night can be risky after 70. For many of us, evening meals are a comforting part of daily life. Sharing dinner with loved ones, enjoying a warm plate of food, or having a small snack before bedtime can feel like simple pleasures that bring peace to the end of a long day. But after the age of 70, the body's ability to process food begins to change quietly, gradually, and often without warning. What once felt like a harmless routine, such as eating late at night or enjoying a heavy meal before bed, can begin to have unexpected effects on your health, especially for older adults. Eating too much or too close to bedtime can silently increase the risk of heart strain, poor digestion, disturbed sleep, and even life-threatening events like stroke or cardiac episodes during the night. As we grow older, our metabolism slows down and the digestive system becomes less efficient. This means that large or late meals take longer to break down. When we lie down with a full stomach, gravity no longer helps digestion. Instead, food and stomach acids can back up into the esophagus, causing acid reflux, discomfort, or heartburn conditions that may seem minor, but can disrupt sleep and add stress to the body. Even more concerning studies have shown that eating too late can trigger a rise in heart rate and blood pressure, during a time when both should be lowering in preparation for rest. This keeps the body in a more alert, stressed state, preventing deep sleep and increasing the risk of cardiovascular events, especially in people who already have underlying heart conditions or high blood pressure. You may have noticed some of these changes yourself. Maybe you feel bloated when you go to bed, or you wake up in the middle of the night with an unsettled stomach. Perhaps your sleep feels lighter, or you wake feeling less rested even after a full 8 hours in bed. These are signs that your body is working harder overnight when it should be resting and recovering. In fact, restorative sleep is one of the most important factors in healthy aging. It supports brain function, muscle repair, blood sugar regulation, and emotional well-being. When sleep is disrupted by digestive discomfort or an overactive heart, it becomes more difficult for the body to perform these vital tasks. So what's the solution? You don't have to give up dinner or stop enjoying food altogether. It's about timing and portion control. Try to eat your final full meal at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime, giving your body enough time to digest before you lie down. If you do feel a bit hungry later in the evening, that's okay. Just choose a light, easy-to-digest snack. A few soft fruits, a handful of unsalted nuts, or a warm herbal tea can soothe without overwhelming your system. Another important point is to pay attention to what you eat. Fatty, spicy, or overly processed foods tend to sit in the stomach longer and are more likely to cause digestive issues at night. Gentle home-cooked meals with lean proteins, cooked vegetables, and whole grains are usually easier for the body to handle, especially in the evening. Eating with intention can also help. Try not to rush through your meal or eat while distracted. Instead, give yourself time to chew, enjoy, and connect with the experience. When you eat slowly and mindfully, your digestive system gets the signal to activate properly, making the entire process smoother. It's also worth noting that late-night eating can interfere with your body's circadian rhythm, the natural 24-hour clock that controls when you feel alert or sleepy. When you eat close to bedtime, your body receives the message that it's still daytime, which can delay melatonin production and make it harder to fall asleep. Over time, this may affect memory, mood, and even immune function. If you're someone who often feels hungry at night or tends to eat later, due to habit or routine, don't be discouraged. Change doesn't have to be immediate or extreme. Begin by shifting dinner just 30 minutes earlier or by replacing your usual evening treat with a lighter option. These small steps done consistently can bring significant improvements in how you sleep and how you feel the next day. And remember, if you're experiencing persistent digestive issues, frequent nighttime waking, or have a history of heart problems, it's always best to consult with your doctor. They can help identify any specific concerns and offer guidance tailored to your unique health needs. At Senior Wellness, we believe that aging well isn't about giving things up, it's about adapting wisely. It's about tuning into the body's changing rhythms and giving it the care it deserves. Because at the heart of senior living is the idea that every part of your routine matters. The food you eat when you eat it and how you prepare for rest, it all adds up. These choices, while simple, can have a profound effect on your vitality, energy, and peace of mind. So as you settle into your evening, take a moment to ask, is my body ready for rest or still busy digesting? Let your last meal of the day support your sleep, not disturb it. Your future self will thank you with clearer mornings, steadier steps, and a heart that rests easy through the night. Why drinking too much water at night can disrupt your sleep and health after 70. Staying hydrated is one of the most common and well-known health tips for seniors. After all, water supports nearly every system in the body, from brain function and digestion to joint lubrication and circulation. But like many things in life, timing matters, and after age 70, drinking too much water late in the evening can quietly become more harmful than helpful. You may have heard that dehydration is dangerous, and that's true. But overhydration, especially at the wrong time, can create its own set of problems, particularly for older adults. If you've ever gone to bed only to find yourself waking up multiple times during the night to use the bathroom, you know how disruptive that can be. And if it happens night after night, it doesn't just make you tired, it affects your memory balance and heart health too. As we age, the body's signals change. The kidneys become less efficient and the bladder becomes more sensitive. That means excess fluid intake in the evening is more likely to lead to nocturia, a condition that causes you to wake repeatedly in the night to urinate. While it may seem like a minor inconvenience, it's one of the most common causes of sleep disruption in older adults. Each time you wake and get out of bed, your natural sleep cycle is interrupted. Over time, this leads to fragmented, lower quality sleep. And we know that sleep is when the brain consolidates memory, the heart gets a chance to rest, and the immune system resets. Without it, the body remains in a state of fatigue, confusion, and emotional imbalance. But beyond sleep loss, there's another concern that's often overlooked: the risk of nighttime falls. When you wake up suddenly and try to walk to the bathroom, your blood pressure may drop unexpectedly. This condition, known as orthostatic hypotension, is common in older adults and can cause lightheadedness or even fainting at a dark room or unfamiliar layout, and the risk of falling increases dramatically. A simple glass of water taken too late might not seem like a danger, but when it leads to multiple nighttime bathroom trips, it can quietly raise your risk of fractures, head injuries, and hospital visits. That's why adjusting your hydration habits is so important. The goal isn't to drink less overall, it's to shift your water intake earlier in the day. Try to drink most of your fluids before 6 or 7 p.m. Throughout the morning and afternoon, sip steadily rather than chugging large amounts at once. By the time dinner comes around, your body should already be well hydrated, and your evening drinks can be light and minimal. If you feel thirsty closer to bedtime, that's okay. Just take small sips instead of a full glass. Opt for room temperature water or warm herbal tea, and be mindful of what you've already consumed earlier in the day. It's also important to remember that water isn't just in your glass. It's in soups, fruits, vegetables, and even some medications. These hidden fluids add up quickly. Also, watch out for beverages that act as diuretics, like coffee, alcohol, and some teas. These can cause your body to lose more water than it retains, making you thirstier later and increasing your need to urinate at night. If you enjoy tea before bed, look for naturally caffeine-free herbal blends that promote calm without triggering your bladder. If you've been waking up tired, groggy, or unsure why you feel drained after a full night in bed, your evening hydration may be part of the picture. Keeping a sleep journal for a few nights, including when and how much you drink, can offer helpful insight. And if nighttime urination is frequent, or you've experienced dizziness upon standing, be sure to consult with your doctor. They can check for underlying causes and ensure your hydration habits are supporting, not hindering your health. At Senior Wellness, we understand that healthy aging isn't just about doing more. It's about doing things with intention. It's about noticing what your body needs now and how those needs may be different than they were 10 or 20 years ago. When it comes to hydration, the message is simple. Drink plenty, but drink wisely. Supporting your body's rhythms, like sleep and digestion, is a key part of holistic health. When you honor those rhythms with gentle, thoughtful choices, you create space for healing energy and clarity. Because at the heart of senior living is not just the desire to live long, it's the desire to live well, to wake up refreshed. Move through your day with confidence and rest at night, knowing your body is being cared for. So tonight, before reaching for one more glass, ask yourself, am I drinking out of thirst or habit? Let your evening routine be one that nourishes you without interrupting the deep rest you've earned. Why sleeping in a hot room can be risky. After 70, a warm blanket, cozy pajamas, and a snug bedroom might sound comforting at bedtime. But after the age of 70, what feels cozy can sometimes be misleading. In fact, sleeping in a room that's too warm may quietly place extra stress on your heart, disrupt your rest, and increase long-term health risks, especially for older adults. Many seniors don't realize how deeply temperature affects the body's ability to rest and recover. But sleep researchers have found that cooler environments help us fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. When the room is too warm, your body must work harder to regulate its core temperature, especially during the early stages of deep sleep. And this added stress doesn't just affect comfort, it affects your key heart, brain, and immune system. As we age, our internal temperature regulation becomes less efficient. The body may not cool itself as quickly or effectively as it once did. This means that heat builds up more easily and can linger longer, especially at night when metabolism slows down. If your room is too hot, your heart may beat faster to push blood closer to the skin in an attempt to release heat. Over time, this called increased cardiovascular load can raise the risk of nighttime blood pressure spikes, irregular heartbeat, and even stroke. In vulnerable individuals, you might not even realize what's happening. You simply wake up drenched in sweat, or you toss and turn all night unable to get comfortable. Perhaps you wake up more tired than when you went to bed, or worse, with a pounding heart, or mild headache. These signs may point to thermal stress. Even when the room doesn't feel especially hot, experts generally agree that the ideal bedroom temperature for older adults ranges between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. At this range, your body can naturally cool down, which is essential for the release of melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep deeply and regulates your internal body clock. When your environment is too warm, it can delay melatonin production and make it harder to enter. REM sleep. The stage where your brain processes memory, emotions, and learning. Interrupted REM sleep over time has been associated with increased risks of cognitive decline, depression, and weakened immune response. In older adults, additionally, sleeping hot can lead to dehydration, especially if you're already taking medications that affect fluid balance. Dehydration not only causes fatigue and confusion, but also increases the risk of falls, especially during nighttime bathroom trips. Thankfully, there are simple and effective ways to create a cooler, more sleep-friendly space. Keep the room temperature between 60 and 67 degrees F using a thermostat, ceiling fan, or small air circulator to maintain airflow. Avoid heavy or synthetic bedding that traps heat. Instead, use breathable cotton sheets and lightweight blankets. Wear loose, moisture-wicking pajamas to allow the skin to breathe and cool itself naturally. Avoid high heat activities before bed, such as hot showers or intense exercise within 1 hour of sleeping, if safe to do so. Crack a window open to allow fresh air in, or use blackout curtains that block sunlight during the day but help maintain a cool room at night. Also consider the role of humidity. High humidity can make a room feel warmer than it is and limit your body's ability to sweat. If you live in a humid climate, a dehumidifier might help regulate the atmosphere and make breathing easier as well. Your body's sleep rhythm is sensitive, and temperature is one of its key signals. When you align your environment with your body's natural cooling needs, you invite deeper, more restorative rest. And this rest supports everything from heart function and memory to mobility and mood. If you've been struggling with sleep, waking up tired, or dealing with nighttime restlessness, take a closer look at your bedroom conditions. You might find that small adjustments to your sleep environment bring big relief, And as always, if you experience persistent sleep problems, unusual, sweating at night, or changes in heart rate or breathing during sleep, it's important to speak with your doctor. These may be signs of underlying issues that deserve gentle attention and proper care. At Senior Wellness, we believe sleep is sacred. It's where healing happens, where your body resets, and where your spirit finds quiet peace. Every detail from your bedding to your thermostat plays a part in shaping that experience. This is what holistic health truly means, honoring both the science and the feeling behind well-being, creating a space where your body feels safe, calm, and truly at rest. Because at the heart of senior living is more than just age. It's about awareness. It's about choosing comfort that supports you, not just what feels familiar. So tonight, as you prepare for rest, take a moment to ask yourself, is my room helping me heal or silently working against me? Let your bedroom be a place where cool air, calm, thoughts, and deep sleep come together, so your body can wake refreshed, and your life can unfold with renewed strength each morning. And how sleeping in the wrong position can quietly impact your health after 70. We spend nearly 1/3 of our lives sleeping, yet most of us rarely stop to think about how we sleep. The position you choose each night might feel like a matter of comfort or habit, but after the age of 70 it becomes much more than that. In fact, your talcum sleeping posture can influence your heart, breathing, digestion, and even brain health. Many older adults are surprised to learn that the wrong sleep position can increase the risk of snoring, interrupted breathing, poor circulation, and even heart strain. Over time, these subtle stressors may quietly affect your energy balance and long-term health. One of the most commonly used positions, sleeping flat on your back, can be especially risky for older individuals. When you lie on your back, gravity can cause the tongue and soft tissues of the throat to fall backward. This partially blocks the airway, increasing the likelihood of sleep apnea, a condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. While you may not be aware of it happening, sleep apnea can cause oxygen levels to drop, placing added pressure on the heart and brain. Back sleeping also tends to worsen. Acid reflux, especially if you've eaten late. Stomach acids can more easily travel upward, leading to discomfort, coughing, or that burning sensation in your chest. Over time, repeated exposure to acid may damage the esophagus or interfere with sleep quality. On the other side of the spectrum, some people prefer sleeping on their right side. While this might feel more comfortable, studies have shown that right-side sleeping may actually place more pressure on the heart, especially for those with heart conditions. It may also reduce the efficiency of the lymphatic system, which plays a role in clearing waste and supporting immune function. So what's the best sleep position for older adults? More and more experts agree. Sleeping on your left side is often the most beneficial choice. Here's why. Left side sleeping improves blood circulation. It allows the heart to pump more freely without being compressed by nearby organs, easing the cardiovascular workload. It supports digestion by helping gravity guide food and waste through the intestines, especially beneficial for those with slower gut movement. It may reduce acid reflux, as the esophagus stays positioned above the stomach. It improves lymphatic drainage, assisting in brain detoxification and inflammation reduction during deep sleep. For seniors looking to transition to left-side sleeping, comfort and consistency are key. If you're not used to this position, it might feel awkward at first, but there are simple ways to make the change easier. Use a chaotic body pillow, or place a pillow between your knees to keep your hips aligned and prevent twisting. Choose a supportive mattress that cushions pressure points without sagging, especially around the shoulders and hips. If you tend to roll onto your back, place a firm pillow behind you to act as a gentle reminder throughout the night. Even small shifts toward more supportive sleeping positions can reduce snoring, improve breathing, and ease nighttime restlessness. And over time, this leads to deeper, more restorative sleep, something every senior deserves. If you're unsure about your sleep posture, or if you've experienced symptoms like gasping during sleep, waking up with headaches, or feeling unusually tired in the morning, don't ignore those signs. It's always wise to consult your doctor or a sleep specialist. They can help identify whether sleep position, breathing issues, or other factors are affecting your rest and overall wellness. At Senior Wellness, we believe that small changes can lead to meaningful results. Something as simple as the way you lie down at night can support your heart, ease digestion, and protect your brain without needing any medication or complicated routines. This is the heart of holistic health. Understanding how every detail of daily life, even unconscious ones, shapes your strength and resilience, because senior living isn't just about surviving, it's about living with comfort, clarity, and calm. It's about creating habits that serve you, starting with the very first moment you close your eyes at night. So tonight, take a moment to reflect on how your body feels in bed. Are you giving your heart space to breathe, your spine room to rest? Let your sleeping posture become one more way. You show kindness to yourself. You deserve to sleep not just deeply, but wisely. As we grow older, it's the quiet routines, the ones we often overlook, that shape the quality of our days and our nights. The way we eat, drink, sleep, and care for our bodies before bed can either support our health or quietly steal from it. But here's the beauty of this stage in life. It's never too late to adjust, to listen, and to choose better for yourself. Each small change is an act of self-respect and a step toward deeper rest, greater energy, and more peaceful mornings. At Senior Wellness, we're here to walk with you gently, wisely, and with compassion. If you found this video helpful, we'd love for you to subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. To share your thoughts or experiences, your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Sleep well and take care of you.